Joanna Penn from thecreativepenn.com, and today I'm really excited because my print copy of Pentecost has arrived. It's my first novel, although I have 3 out now, and I have just decided to go back into print after being ebook only, and I'm going to explain why in this video. So first of all, I am a massive ebook fan, and personally I read about 99% ebook only now. But to be honest, it is really nice to get a print copy of my book, and I'm quite excited about it. So that kind of visceral excitement is excellent. But there are also some other good reasons I'm doing print. So first of all, I have had a book group who want to feature Pentecost as part of their group, but they only use print. So that was, for me, it was like a really good reason to do print. Also, libraries often want print, although that is starting to change into ebooks. And also my family and friends and other fans of the books are now asking for print copies. So those are really good reasons for a start. The second thing is, and a number of authors have said this, when you go and shop for an ebook, the price looks better if you have a higher comparison price, and often if you have a print book, that's the higher price, and the ebook, it looks cheap in comparison. So that's another good reason. I also signed with a literary agent last year, and I'm still with that agent, but we've decided to no longer try and sell the ARKANE series, which Pentecost is the first one, but we're going to try and sell a new series. So I've basically said, right, I'm going to do all my books in all the editions. So I'm doing print, and I'm also pursuing audiobook. Now I'm going to keep the rights, and I'm going to exploit those rights myself. So even though we'll still look for foreign rights, I'm basically keeping the print, audiobook, ebook, etc. Now, I did do print originally, and I have the original version of Pentecost here. Now, they're not quite the same. You can see they're a different size. This one's 6x9 and this is 5x8. And part of, when I did this one in February 2011, so 2 years ago now, this was, it's a fantastic book done by Joel Freelander at thebookdesigner.com, who I highly recommend. Basically, we put this print book out at the same time as the ebook. So when I did that first publication of my first indie fiction novel, I wanted the print to be available at the same time. However, I now think that that's the wrong way to go, because what happens when you put a book out on ebook, and what is so brilliant about it, is even if you've had a lot of professional editing, and I've had plenty, there are still things that you potentially want to change. There are going to be typos, there are going to be issues in the book. So essentially, I think it's a great idea to do print if that's something you want, but wait until your ebook has kind of had a chance to settle. There's a few good reasons for this, which I know myself. So for example, you'll see that the author on here is Joanna Penn, and now I'm branding as JF Penn for my thrillers, and part of that is to differentiate between my fiction and my non-fiction, which I'm publishing under Joanna Penn. Another thing that I found with my non-fiction is I've actually changed my title. Now, I haven't done that with my fiction, but I've changed my author name, but I've changed the actual title of the book for my non-fiction, and I'm only now considering print for that. Now it's found its audience, its keywords, that type of thing. So when I put this book out in 2011, it was my first novel. I was really proud of it. I still am proud of it, but essentially I didn't have the money to do print, and I spent money on doing it professionally. I didn't really have a market at the time. It was my first novel. I didn't have the sales, and what I felt after the first experience, and I was selling around 95% ebooks, so I stopped doing print for the other novels because I didn't think it justified the cost. So I essentially opted out of print entirely. But now I'm actually selling, a lot of books every month, making enough money that I can justify doing print for all 3 books and actually get them out there in that format. So that's another reason for waiting, is so that you can pay for your print design, print cover design, interior design through your ebook sales. If you do decide to do print, then definitely use print on demand, which means that you upload your files, and I'm using CreateSpace. You can use Lightning Source, there are other providers. You upload your digital files and then they're printed as they're ordered. This is the most cost-effective way. It also means you don't have to post it to people, you don't have to pay up front for a massive load of print books. But if you do want to do a print run, so say you're a speaker or you actually have print distribution, you can take those print ready files to a local printer to get a bigger run done. But one of the biggest mistakes people make, and I made it as a new author, not with the novels but with my first non-fiction, was I paid a whole load of money, like thousands of dollars, to get a whole load of books printed and then couldn't sell them. That's another reason I felt that I had to prove myself with ebooks first and make the money that way, because the print books just weren't shifting on their own. But now I have an audience who are buying the ebooks. Hopefully that will translate into the print sales. So why did I change the sizing as well? I just wanted to point that out again. The main reason is that I felt the 6x9 size made the book too thin, and with the 5x8 it feels, you know, more like the trade paperback kind of size, and I like that. I like how, you know, it feels much thicker now. So I write, you know, reasonably short, so 70,000 word thrillers, very fast paced. So this book feels like the right size, so I'm very happy. Now for you, you would decide what kind of sizing you want, and CreateSpace will give you a whole load of industry size standards. So as I said, I'm using CreateSpace for the printing and the distribution. You can buy extended distribution through CreateSpace and also, you know, through Lightning Source, other providers. So I'll be for sale on Amazon, I'll be for sale on the Ingram catalogues, and also for libraries and that type of thing. So that will be available. I also decided, now you can do your interior design, you can obviously do everything yourself as a self-publisher, but I think it's really important that as independent authors, indie publishers, that we actually pay for professionals. So the design of the print cover now, which has my little picture on the back and has my new website and my new branding and everything, this was taken from Joel's original design, and I used Derek Murphy from Creative Indie as my cover designer for the other ebooks in the series, and also for my non-fiction. For the interior, I basically decided that I didn't want the hassle of doing it myself. And I don't know if you can see there, but there's all these nice little extras, flames inside, making the interior look professional. And that was done by JD Smith, who is brilliant. Thank you, Jane. You know, for a reasonable price, I didn't have the hassle of going through. I hate formatting print. I really do. It's one of those things. I'm just not that detail orientated at all. So it's great to pay someone to do that. So basically, this time I decided to do print. I just outsourced the whole thing, and it's been quite painless, which I'm really excited about. So the book will, Pentecost will be out, available for sale in the next few weeks, which will be around, I guess, mid-February 2013, and Prophecy and Exodus will also be on their way in the first half of this year. Absolutely. So, and also my non-fiction book on career change, I'm also going to get out in print. So I'm converted back to print, having a bit of a print renaissance. I'm actually interested in doing some handmade books this year as well. I'm looking at going on a kind of bookbinding course, which is a totally different paradigm really, but sort of very limited edition handmade stuff. I don't really know where I'm going with that, since I just said I hate formatting, but I really feel that there's a place for these kind of limited edition products out there. So, and also I feel the need to be a bit physically creative with things. So anyway, I'd love to hear what you think about print. You know, should we still be doing print? Are ebooks the best way to start? Let me know in the comments. So thank you. I'm Joanna Penn from thecreativepenn.com, and this is my novel Pentecost, out now in print.